Okay, now we're recording. Okay, so leading up to this one, we've done kind of some bigger picture things of planning your year of product launches and the activities around that with email marketing and social media creation. But we're going to take um, a little dive into lead magnets today. Because in that, and if you missed any of those, I just put in the chat, put in links to those posts in our knowledge base, and they have the recorded videos and they have all the step-by-steps in them. So you can go back and look at those later. But you don't need those for right now. But they were basically planning out your big four launches, the social media, planning out the social media content around it, and the email marketing for both the sales part of around the launches and hyping that and making the sales content that some people still feel icky about, and you shouldn't, because you're just helping people solve their problems. And then the nurturing, the engaging, and educating your audience and letting them get to know you better and what you have to offer. So those were kind of bigger things. But today, what we want to talk about, one of the things we mentioned in the planning was, okay, we were planning big core launches of core services or products, and just kind of give a little aside of, oh, by the way, you should still be doing lead magnets as part of your list building and audience building during that time. And we just left it hanging. So now we're going to come back around to lead magnet creation. And we're going to start with, for anybody who is just super duper starting out and like, hey, I want to do something. I need to make some money online, and I don't even know where to start. So we're going to start with the super basics and go from there. But before we do, is there anybody who has any specific questions, anything they're stuck on right now and Pagewheel will need a little help with? No, everybody's doing okay? All right.
I just have a lead magnet that's just not converting. That's all. I mean, that's all.
That's all. That's
Oh,
all.
what else?
Okay. Well, this might help you because we're gonna, it's like if it's not converting, it's not connecting with your audience. That's what that means, right? So you have an audience, you've put it in front of them, and it's not converting. And so um, generally, if something's not converting, it's either the 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 offer's wrong, right? Or the price, the message is wrong, or the offer is wrong. So it's one or the other. And this may help you. I mean, we won't dive directly into that one, but we'll kind of go over these, and it may help you take another look at it. Or also, this addresses the thing of even if it is converting well, once it's there, like, you still want to keep making more offers, right? That's the name of the game, is make more offers. Annette. That's super sweet.
Hello. No camera yet, but I'm here.
Yeah. Yay. All right. So for making a lead magnet, hold on. I'm going to share my screen. Share. And all my Pagewheel stuff, by the way. Just make sure when you're using Pagewheel, you should be using it in Chrome. And you should not be using it in multiple tabs. So even though I have multiple tabs here, I have copy packs going on one side and my dashboard on the other. But when you're doing product building in particular, it's like, don't have more than one tab open, because it's trying to auto save stuff for you. And when it starts doing that in different tabs, then you'll get crazy results. That'll be really frustrating. So just a tip. Okay, so let's say you're in the spot of, you want to do something, but you're not sure exactly what you want to do. And so where we can start with something, what do we start with, right? Is, well, what do you know and what can you help people with? Because everybody knows something. Somebody comes to you and asks you for help. But you may know what that is. You may not have an audience yet, or you may have an idea of something you can do, or something that you use a lot. And if you use it a lot, other people do too. So where do we start? And I'm going to roll with, because we've seen this in the past, Canva. I was using it today. So typically what I've been saying in the past is read this example. This is in copy packs. You can get there from your dashboard with the blue buttons that get your copy packs, that go to the packs, click on promo packs. They'll all get you over here on the left side to copy packs. And so here where it says put your product or program description, and we're talking about, well, we don't know what that is yet, right? And there's an example of weight loss program for female food addicts. And I always break this down into what is your offer, weight loss program, who is it for, females, and what is their problem? They have a food addiction. Those, if you can get all three components in there, that will get you the best results. And you want to do it in plain English so it understands you. So if you already have a program or service, if it has a super catchy, punny marketing kind of name to it, it might be less clear for the AI to figure out what it's about. So it's better to use plain language. But let's say it's like, okay, I use Canva. I know I can help people with Canva because I tell people, hey, you should use Canva for that. But I don't know what I can do for it, right? So I can start out, but I'm going to do Canva for beginners. Because if they're a beginner, then I know more than they do, right? What just happened to my computer? Beginners. Or actually, let's start at the super simple, Canva lessons. All right, and I'm going to go to, here we go to products and programs and product ideas. Then I'm going to scroll down and do take me to my copy. Now, when this is, it's going to generate one list of physical product ideas and another of more digital oriented ones. Even if you're aiming for, I just want to make online things, still read through the physical product ideas because they can give you some good ideas about other things you can create. So artistic brush set, right? A canvas collection, design stickers, palette guide. What are all these? These are all art tools, right? So if your audience is designers or creators or people who want to make art with Canva, what if you're doing, you know, I don't know, color, but I don't know art. So, but you could potentially look at this and be like, oh, maybe a good lead magnet is, you know, best tools for artists or something. Right. So you can still look there for, even though they're physical things, they can, a curated list is in fact a lead magnet of its own, a curated list of resources that beginners might need. For Canva, obviously they don't need that because it's software online. But I'm just rolling with what's coming up here. So here on program or coaching ideas, we have Canva for beginners, online course, advanced techniques, mentorship, branding, Pro, who uses Canva Pro? And it's like, okay, well, this is certified expert training. Do they even have certified expert? I don't know, but they might. Collaborative design. So all kinds of different use cases of Canva here. Like, well, that's super broad, right? And I'm just starting out and all I know is I know how to use Canva and other people don't. But those give me ideas of, say, Canva lessons, I might say, for beginners. And I'm still going to do product ideas and take a look at that. For newbies, a beginner's boot camp, an online course, a startup course, a masterclass, a design lab, right? There are design techniques. So people might need things. These are different things. They might understand what they want things to look like and not know how to use Canva, or they might not know how to make things that look good, whether it's in Canva or with a pencil, right? So but it's narrowing it down to what kind of things might beginners need. And if you go back again, I want more copy packs. You could do the same with for kids, right? For kids. I won't keep going through all these because I know it's going to take a lot of time, but for kids, you can imagine. So for kids, for adults, and we have a lot of people here on Pagewheel who serve business owners. Largely, why is that? Because they need help and they have money, discretionary income to spend. And usually the skills you have are something, it's like they often need simple things done because they don't have time, not because they're not capable of doing it. But we'll just roll with this again with product ideas and see how it drills down and gets more specific. So business branding, right? Business graphics. Design Lab again, Pro for business online training. So you can see how it's starting to drill down. You know, the more specific you get, the more specific it gets with ideas. So you can fool around with product ideas in copy packs to give you some ideas. Another place to go is our friend Google. And I made a special batch for you guys a long time ago because this is a super powerful technique. And some of you guys have seen it before, but if you're new and you haven't, this is pretty awesome. And so this is, again, you can see the process of how did I come up with this lead magnet for you guys, this thing for you to use. It's just going to Google and be like Canva. This is just the autofill is telling, this is how Google can tell you Canva for, and here are the broad topics, right? Who's using Canva for stuff, for education, for nonprofits, for students, for teachers. Remember, one of the components for those prompts was, so one was your product or service, right? And the other was who do you serve and what do they need? This is telling us, wow, here's people who are looking for help with Canva. If I need to narrow down my audience, here's a way to do it. And I'm showing you this because I've been in that mental circle, right? More than once. I was like, oh, I know I could do, how do I know who I'm going to serve before I'm serving them, right? How do I narrow it down? And it's like, well, the answer is like, you got to start somewhere. You got to pick something, but this will help you pick where the demand is. So that's the idea behind looking at the autofill. And then here's some things that maybe not, so Canva for Mac, Canva for desktop, Canva for free. Not necessarily as helpful. But then, so let's see, how can I do this a little more organized? My mind jumps around a lot and I try to be a little more organized for you guys, but I'm going to do the jump around way. So we're going to do this. Let me show you what I was talking about that I made for you. So we're going to go to the product builder. We're going to do ready to edit products. And I want you to pick search YouTube as one. And I'm making this, this is part of what I'll put in the blog post in the knowledge base and share with you later. So you don't have to do this right now if you don't want to. It's called the YouTube Content Planner. YouTube and Google are both owned by Google and they do the same thing. So, and basically this has, I'll show you what we use it for. It's just a worksheet you can use to put all this information in. So we want that batch. And then please also search magnet or lead magnet, and there we have winning lead magnets. So we also want that batch. And then, yes, I'm ready to go. I need hold music, right? Some really cheesy hold music for these moments when we're applying our magic. Okay, here we go. So when you're making something in Pagewheel, the first step is picking your branding, and these base colors are for your text. Pick your accent colors, and we have a number of ready to go palettes in there that you can choose from, or you can just click on it and make your own. And I don't know if you guys have noticed with these lead magnets I've been making for you this year, it's like they all have a different one. And I just went to, here's, if you need help with your brand colors, it's called Coolers. And it's kind of fun. super fast color palettes. I went through here and I just picked trending ones. Sure, what's a few more cookies? And I've started building these lead magnets in a different color palette for you, just so you have more to choose from. Hold on, let's see. Faces are always in my way. And start the generator. Let's go. So anyway, coolers. Holy cow. There you go. Now it's a rave, right? But if you need any help with your branding colors, just stop it at one that you like and go with it. You can always change it later. So the whole idea behind Pagewheel is be able to make decisions fast and get from nothing to published fast. So we don't want you to get stuck on any step. However, I'm stuck on our Zoom faces getting in front of me everywhere I want to work. Okay, so there we are with brand colors. I'm going to go with what I have. Looks good next. And so what it's doing is it's taking those batches that I picked and it's applying the colors and everything to it. So the next thing is pick a cover. If you don't want a cover, you can check the box that says no cover. You can always upload a PDF of your own that you make in Canva or somewhere else if you want to. And just cycle through here and find something you like. Okay, so it looks good next. Oh, wait, sorry. Let's go back and fix that title. So we're not actually doing a YouTube content planner, right? So we're actually doing a lead magnet idea workbook. And so if I don't like my title, I can hit the AI regenerator to give me more title ideas. Maybe it's a lead magnet planner. And same thing, so my subtitle, I don't want to have any reference to YouTube. So I hit the AI regen and now it'll give me some subtitle ideas based on what I put in there. So notice there's no more references to YouTube because that's what I wanted. Does somebody have a question? Okay, so we're to say explore creative lead magnet ideas for your business. That's fine. Okay, so we say looks good next. Now to see all the pages from those batches, go on the grid view, and they might not be in the order that I want, or there might be, and this is in the grid view is where you can drag and drop the pages around to reorder them. So for example, we're not doing a YouTube channel. I don't want this page, so I'm just going to click the trash can to delete it. How does my audience find me? We're assuming that this is for someone who's brand new and doesn't know what they're doing, what they want to do yet. It's not, you definitely know what you're doing, trying to figure out how to share your expertise and who to share it with. And we don't need this page. So now if there were any of those page layouts that I like and I want to use again, so here you can see a whole bunch of pages look the same and therefore each letter of the alphabet. When I was making this, I just made the one page and then I hit copy page. So you can reuse layouts you want. And what these pages are for is so, okay, Canva. We're going back to our Canva example, but I still want to know what to make. I'm trying to get some ideas to drill it down. So now I'm just going to go through Canva for, and then the letter A for Android, for Avery labels. Right? So that's kind of cool. That's very, very specific to make a tutorial around. Canva for art is still broad. For architects, there's an audience. Artists is an audience. For ads, that's back to our business owner audience or the freelancers that serve them. B, beginners, beginners for business cards, for book covers, for blogging. So you can see now this is really drilling down into very, very specific audiences or products or services. And you just list them list them, go through and each page and list everything on there, because you'll want to come back later. If you were here for our product planning, it's like, this is, again, we were talking, or at the beginning of this call, we were talking about the whole name of the game is make more offers. You don't just make one and then leave it out there. Likewise, you don't want to keep throwing spaghetti all the time. There's a point where at the end of every month, you should look back and see how they're performing and look at what's doing well and do more of that, and what's doing not so well, don't do more of that. So go through the autofill, and this should give you lots and lots of ideas. And if you're brand new and you're going through this, like, and you want to know, you're like, oh, I could do this one, I could do this one, or I could do this one, I could do three, or oh no, which one should I do first? Doesn't matter. Just pick one and do it, because you're going to end up doing all three. So it's okay. Just do something. Do something. Keep moving. Get it out there. And every time you do one, it will get easier. Like the first one is the worst. There's so much mental angst around it. It's crazy. Okay, now when you're making your lead magnet, even though I selected pre-made batches when I first started this workbook, down here in this column at the bottom where it says add a page or add a batch or add a PDF, at any time you can always go back to any of those three selections and add something else. So we had added a batch. We can add an AI assisted page. So let's try that. So let's do a checklist, because we know it's going to make a list, right? Too long list. And this is, again, the person who needs help coming up with lead magnet ideas. So we're going to do, we want ideas. So let's just do, not task yet. Let's do too long lists. And what is this doing for us? Optimizing for, so these are checklists, brainstorming catchy titles, valuable content. That's what we're doing. Formats, design ideas, delivery methods. Okay, so this is not quite what I was looking for. Implement email automation. Okay, this is going way too far. It's crazy. It's all good stuff, but it's not what we want to do right now. So I'm going to delete that page. Oh, we didn't go over the second batch, the lead magnet one that I'd already made for you. Here we go, a multitude of lead magnets. And this was the one, if you go into the ready-made batches and you search magnet, you'll find this. Here's a list of different kinds of things you can make. Checklists, ebooks, mini course, workshop, all kinds of stuff in here that you can do. And Pagewheel can help you make most of these. So once you figure out, you know, who is the audience and what do they need, then you're going to decide what format am I going to give it to them in. And that's what this list can help you do. So what is the most relevant? We're not going to get into these steps. I'm just going to delete these pages, because we're going to keep this super focused on just making that first lead magnet. How do you decide what it is? So I'm not even going to do the get busy part. And that's one thing. Okay, I'm going to actually put that list at the beginning. One thing to keep in mind is like, okay, this has a lot of pages, but just because it's the alphabet, normally a lead magnet's not necessarily going to be that long. But remember that you want your lead magnet, whether, it doesn't matter if it's free or paid, it's like you want it to be one solution to one problem. Don't go crazy with it. Just do one solution to one problem. Keep it super, super simple, because people have a hard time even getting through one thing. And that's what you're helping them. You're helping them stay focused, stay structured. They have this one problem. You're going to help them solve it. If the problem is more complex, then that's basically each item. You break that complexity down into step-by steps, and each one of those is its own thing to address at a time, because you can't do 5 things at once, right? And neither can your audience. So help them get organized and focused and structured and able to get things done. That's what they're looking for help with. Okay, so we've done our breakdown with the autofill. And then we have our, oh, see, and I still don't want these pages because we're not doing videos. So I'm going to delete it. All right, so that should help you get to what kind of lead magnet are you going to make? So we're making a lead magnet of how to make a lead magnet here, just to show you that as we go. So now the next step, so say you put all your pages together, you have your instructions, and you're ready to go on to the next step. You're going to click on Looks Good Next. And here is just another chance to flip through it and make sure that everything's in the order that you want. It looks the way you want it to look, and it does because they're all the same, other than that first page. And one thing I didn't do, but we recommend that everybody do, is make an About Me page and put it in the beginning. You want your people to remember, if they come back and look at it later, remind them in your About Me page who you are, what you're helping with them with, why it was a good idea to choose this. And encourage them, just be super encouraging for them to work their way through it and get to that solution. Now I just clicked on publish here. So publish is the final version. It's creating that final PDF. If you ever go back to make changes to the PDF, it's like go back to the editor. All the looks good next in there is like they'll save your changes, but you have to go all the way through here and hit publish again to update those changes that you made in the editor to your PDF. And then once you've done that, once you've created it, if you go back and make changes, the link isn't going to change. But this is what it looks like if you're just going to give someone that direct link to the PDF. This is what it looks like for them, and they can download it from here. Hold on. Sorry, as you probably can't see me struggling with Zoom to move things around and my computer being slow. Okay, so
It looks good from here.
Okay. Well, I have to keep moving it because our faces are always on my controls. And then I couldn't move our faces. That was fun. Okay, so you can download it now, or you can say, so next step, what you need for distributing your lead magnet out there is you want to say, create my website. And it's the same essentially. If it's going to be an opt-in where you're just building your list and you want to offer it for free, then you leave it for free. If it's a paid product, we have some just prices in here to prompt you, but you can put any price you want. And if you're international, you can pick any currency you want. All of this automatically connects to your Stripe account, which you can get to from your account settings. Okay, so here we go. So you can see that this picked up that YouTube language from the batch. So I'm probably going to go through here. So I have my lead, but it did get my title that does not have the YouTube language. So here's our AI regenerate button. I'm going to use that. Now, though this field picked up my title, if I change anything in here, it's not going to change the title on my product. So if I had, again, a super catchy or funny name or something, or if it's struggling to understand what it is, then I would want to put more clear, plain language in there and hit regenerate. So struggling to generate leads online. Transform your lead magnet strategy. Yeah, so this is all, that's good. I always recommend that you go through here, read it out loud, make sure it says what you want, make sure that it sounds like you. There's
Janine, just real quick,
Mm-hmm.
that image right there,
Down here.
no, that one, yes. I added my own image on it, and it never wants to fit because that is an entire image, and it just pastes the one that I put in there on top of the on where the cover is, and it just really looks wonky. I mean,
Yeah, okay. I do know that the developers are working on bugs in that. They've been working on it this week.
Is
So
that not
yeah.
one of the ones you can resize? Because you can resize a bunch of them now.
Well, it wants to resize that entire thing.
mhm.
The cover and all those pages is just one picture.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can always, if you want to take screenshots of that and submit that via the live chat so we can see what's happening for you, that could maybe help them drill down.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that today.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. You found a bug, you win today. Okay, so we keep going through here, and also taking little screenshots of these images can help you with, your social media or other versions of mockups that you can use. So we're reading through this, the about me stuff, make sure that it's pertinent. And you should have we encourage that you have an about me section. You can even add a video sales letter if you want to do that, or modify the layout of the sales page. You can click on the text, get this editor tab for the sales page. And here you can hide sections, refresh the AI that generated copy for the section. You can save favorites, and do the general kind of editing functions that you normally can do. If you want to add something, you click on add. And there are a lot more sections that you can add. So like I was saying, you can go here to video. This is video or image, toggle over to video, add a section, and put a video sales letter in there, which is also really powerful. It's all about your audience getting to know you. So I would encourage you to do a video sales letter, which you can generate a script for over in copy packs. And if you've never done it, even if you don't end up using it for your sales page, try to make it just make one and just keep making them until you feel more comfortable with them. And then by the time you actually do want to use one, you're comfortable making them. Sometimes it can be, yep.
I have a question, Janine. Do you have any stats on video pages converting more than others, or is that still true? I know it used to be. Do you know?
I don't have current stats off the top of my head, but you know what? I'll find some for you.
Janine,
Yep.
possible to just go and walk through how to give the commands to Pagewheel, how to create that video.
Yes.
Um,
So I'll do that over here. It wants me to sign back in. Oh no. Yeah. And let's try this again. Okay, so we're going to go over to copy packs from your dashboard. I believe we were talking about the internet leprechauns, and it's been Monday. Yeah.
maybe it's just me.
Okay, we'll give that a second to think about it, Annette, and just keep going with this. Oh no. Wow. What is happening?
Janine, is there an ideal length for the video?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want it to be, it's kind of like what, people are used to watching reels and that kind of thing. You really don't want it to be over 2.5 minutes. Between 1 and 2 is pretty good. You want it to be to the point because of the short attention span. Okay, so we're going to go over to copy packs. Try again. Okay, and copy packs will automatically pick up where I left off. But Annette, if we go here, so step 1, tell us about your thing, pick your content pack. Over here, we have video scripts and video sales letter script. There's a regular length one that's just a couple minutes like we just talked about. And then if you super want a short one, you can specifically pick a 30-second video sales letter script. And there's also the emotional selling video scripts. It's a slightly different style. There's a couple different approaches to it. So if if you haven't done one before, check all three and get them. If you haven't recorded them before, try recording them. It makes a difference. It feels different when you're doing it for real. So just do it for real. It's 30 seconds. You can do it for 30 seconds. You don't have to use it if you don't like it. But try it. And like I said, I really encourage you to do it and get comfortable. And Cynthia, it's like, to speak to your question, I will look up those stats, but I personally think that the more AI generated content there is, the more important it is to have the real authentic stuff out there too.
Yeah, I'm not specifically caring about the specific numbers. I just wanted to know if it converts more. It used to, but everything changes so fast, it's hard to keep up. But that's a great point.
Yeah.
I
I
you
don't
can
think
make
video will ever go away. In fact, back in gosh, it's been a long time, many years ago, in the early days of apps, I was in the talks with a startup incubator. This is when I was living in Dubai, and the guys running it, I was talking about, well, it's like everything's trending toward mobile and trending towards video anyway. And the guy running, who was starting up this incubator, argued with me about it. And I was like, oh, you can actually see these trends on the Google, well, not Google, but the Android developer page. They're actually telling us what's happening that they see. It was kind of funny. But yeah, watching videos is more information, right? It's more stimulating. People don't like to read as much as they like watching things. It's like video has always been the trend, and it's actually, I think, just the technology to deliver it lagged for a while. And now that's why we're just
You
seeing.
know what's funny is the people don't like to read is absolutely true. However, the irony of people don't like to read is that 90% of people watch videos on mute and read the subtitles.
That
So
is,
go figure that one out.
yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that one.
But they don't want to read, but they don't want to listen either, but they'll watch the subtitles.
Yeah. But I imagine it's the visual aspect that gets their attention in the first place, right? It's like if it were just words, they would never stop scrolling. It's funny.
I have a question, Janine.
Hmm.
With the AI, is there any way with Pagewheel to, let's say, upload a lecture I wrote in my voice so that Pagewheel gets a better understanding of my voice?
No, it does not have that capability.
Okay.
And we of our list of things for 2025, that is not on the list. That's a lot of language learned. That's going deep into the code behind the thing. So no, it can't do that yet. Not yet. I say that, but things move so fast. It could change. Okay, so that's how you can get a script for your video sales letter and then turn around and add that section over here in your sales page. And then once it's to your satisfaction, then again, remove this and looks good next. We're looking at the delivery page. Again, read it out loud. Make sure it sounds like you. There's somewhere, we all have our hangups about certain words. And one of the words I say all the time when I get excited, I'll say, dude, no. It's like, but I don't ever want that in any of my copy. And on the other hand, I have a pet peeve with the word innovative, and I don't ever want to use it, ever, ever, ever. Even if I do something totally innovative, I'm just so sick of it. I can't stand it. I'm not going to use it. So read it and make sure that it suits you. That's your delivery page. Again, you can also put a video in here. You can put a video section in here if you're delivering as an actual delivery method for a mini course, or you can simply put a video of you saying thank you. And I think that that personal touch, I think, makes a difference. And again, those things we talked about before with the About Me page, this is because people forget what they're doing. And when they come back later, like you want to remind them, it's like you want to remind them, who you are, why they got this thing, because maybe they found it in their email a week later after they were scrolling in the middle of the night, the week prior, and they can't even remember why they got it, but who you are, what this is going to do for them, why it's a good idea. They were smart to get this thing from you. And now that they're going back to it and have time or doing it for the first time, remind them of the results they're going to get. It's always about what's in it for them. What solution are you providing for the problem that they have, and help them get there. So those are things I would include in a thank you video.
Janine,
Yep.
a quick question. What does the link look like on this page? Is it on the page or outside of the lead magnet for the videos that you make? So let's say I make a video.
So when
Yeah.
you're,
How
okay.
does it identify on the page?
Okay, so if I'm going to add a video,
Mm-hmm.
the way I do it is I have Loom, which is
Oh, Loom.
loom.us,
Yes.
right?
Uh-huh.
I'll make a video on Loom just because I like it. But I could use I have an Apple, my Mac, so I can use a screen recording. Oh, that isn't even going to work. Okay, but I can use Quick Start that comes with my computer. There's something that comes on your computer that you can just record a video with. And once you've recorded it, then the way our video, so there's Loom. That's not Loom. That's somebody competing with them.
What if you take the video on your phone?
Yep, same thing. So the videos require YouTube to embed them in your sales or delivery pages. So when you go to do that, so say we're going to do a video, and I just want to do a big fat thank you. So I'm going to pick this one. And I'm going to say thank you. Or I'm going to say good job. You're on your way to whatever result you're going to get. Okay.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah, you're so smart. See,
Yeah.
yeah.
I see it shows right up on this page. It takes the section.
Yep. And then when you click on it, here's where you put your YouTube link. Hold on, let's do, well,
Does it have to be a YouTube link?
yes.
Okay. So from my
So-
phone, I take the video on my phone and then I upload it to YouTube.
Yep. Do your YouTube channel and just say, okay, probably nobody wants to see what I watch on YouTube. Let's see what the kids watch. Let's see, funny panda. Let's do that. Okay. So when you're on whatever video or from YouTube Studio where you can grab the link. So you grab the link, go over here and you just add it. So I just pasted it in there, click the checkbox, and then you can see the Mr. Panda has appeared, and there it is.
Got you.
Yep. If you're having trouble seeing this, make sure your video is not set to private in your YouTube channel. Okay.
So Janine, the whole lead magnet could go on for many pages if you put videos and all kinds of little goodies in that, right? I mean, the length of the lead magnet could extend.
Are you talking about the PDF, or this is the delivery page? This is a
Sorry, the delivery page. Yeah, the delivery page.
You can make it really long. I don't recommend that. It's like I would just do, well, here, let me show you something here. You can also, once you click on some text for this tab to appear, you can rearrange the order. So now I'm moving it back up because it's my thank you, right? So maybe I want that at the top.
I see.
Okay. I personally wouldn't add more than that, but somewhere, well, it depends on what you're doing actually. If I were going to do, say I was going to deliver like an actual course in it, then yeah, this will host up to 12 videos. Can't go more than 12. So, but if you had some kind of course you wanted to deliver directly with the delivery page, you could put up to 12 videos on there.
Which might be a course.
Yes.
I see.
Yep. It just depends on how you're going to use it.
Okay.
Right. If you're delivering like a digital workbook, it's like I want them to get to work. So I want to remind them why they want to do this, what it's going to do for them, and encourage them to get started maybe have a little picture and say if we're going to have a group where we're working and getting feedback on whatever we're doing, then have that in there. But I wouldn't go any more than that because it's like sales page, like the lead magnet, where we said the lead magnet is, it's one solution for one problem. Keep it focused. You want to treat your web pages the same way. Your opt-in or sales page, it's like you're just trying to sell one thing, not 5, right? You don't want them to download the lead magnet and go read your blog and join your Facebook group and follow you on social media, right? It's like they're all over you don't know where they're going to end up and they're confused and they'll probably just click away. You want it to be super focused. But when you're making lots of lead magnets that are super focused and are one solution to one problem, each collection of those is, a way to serve your audience. And that's really the goal. I mean, if you follow that annual product planning that we did, at the end of the year, you're going to have 4, of your core products or services and a whole bunch of lead magnets. You're going to have a library of things for your audience. That'll be super awesome because not everybody is having the exact same problem at the exact same time. So they will be able to, find your things. Once they get to know you, they're going to want to know what other things do you have because they might need that next, or they might know somebody who needs it, and you'll build that. So, okay. All right, so that's a delivery page. And when it's the way we want it, we say, looks good next. Here's what's going to show up when we share our post to Facebook or something like that. You can edit all of this data. You can add a Google or Google, Facebook, or Pinterest pixel here. If you need a different kind of pixel, just let us know through the live chat or whatever, and we can do something custom for you if you need a pixel for something else. But those 3 will all work automatically. Here's your delivery email. And see, again, you want to read through it because I wouldn't want to send this with an empty 3. I can either get rid of it or, I can add another step, join our group if I want to. I prefer to keep things focused, go get started. I like to be encouraging. Print the PDF, this handout is like, and work all the way through it.
Now, is number 2 and then your lead magnet idea workbook the
They're
same
the
thing?
same. Yeah, they're both the
So it's
PDF.
redundant there.
Yeah. And no matter what, you're still going to have people ask you. They're going to say they didn't get it or they don't know where to find it. It's always like that, or they're going to lose the email and they're going to want it again a month later and they can't find where it is. But once we're all done, so we hit publish my website and email. And this is just like I was saying with the PDF itself. If you can always go back and re-edit your sales page or your delivery page or your email, you can edit, but if you do that, don't just save it there. Go all the way through to the end here again and hit publish. And this is where the edits that you made publish to the live sales page and delivery pages. It updates it for your audience. This is also, so here's also where you can get your links if you want to copy them that we were just talking about. And if you edit them, these links won't change. So I'm going to hit publish. Let's go back to my dashboard. And then, so let's say a month later, somebody's asking me, hey, where's the link to that? I need the PDF now. I can just go to my dashboard. And once this loads up, we'll see where I can just grab those links. I don't have to go through the editor and go through all that process again. I can just click here on my links and copy the PDF of URL link for them and just give it right to them. Or if I want to send them to a lead magnet page, if I'm re-promoting these and I need these links for anything, I can just copy them here directly from my dashboard without having to go through all that again. So that is making a lead magnet in Pagewheel. Yay! It's super funny because we talked a lot. It's like you can actually do that in just a few minutes, depending on
Yeah.
what it is you're making. It's
It's
super cool.
faster without the narration.
Yeah, without the narration, without
But
the
the narration is helpful for beginners. I think also one of the things, and I've reported this already, I think they're working on it. When you share a lead magnet to another Pagewheel user, the name of it still pops up at the URL. You know how the URL, like I used Cynthia's show and share. I used that template that she shared with me for my memberships. And when somebody goes to my memberships now, the show and share still shows up in the URL. And I think they're trying to fix that, but they can't figure out where it's coming from.
Oh, okay. If they told you they're working on it, I'll find out
I
then.
think so. So go to monthlycontentmade.plannerpack.co.
So are you saying it's not making a new URL for you with your copy?
I'm saying it's not doing a URL go to look at it. Go to monthlycontentmade.plannerpack.co.
Monthly content.
Contentmade.plannerpack.co. See how at the top on the tab it says show up and share? Look at the tab.
Oh, in the tab. Oh, I gotcha.
So that's her original name, even though I changed everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You found a bug.
A big bug. Not bad, not a bad bug, but like
Mm-hmm.
if you're doing this for a client and they go, why is my tab saying something else? Because we're going to be sharing things into clients' accounts and they're going to rename it and make it their own. But if the tab still says the old thing, they're going to be like,
Yeah. Yeah, and for anybody who's just grabbing something, it's like all these ones that I make for you guys, it's like you should be able to edit it, and yes, that should also
you
update.
can, but the tab doesn't update.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Tab updates. Let's see what's going on with that. Tab update.
And it's probably something super complicated, but to us it seems super simple, like why won't the tab update? Because I kept looking at the tab going, why does that say that? It's ridiculous. Anyway, so yeah.
Super cool. Well, I will find out. See what's going on.
How
One
are
of our
you
developers
sharing?
was down with the flu that's going around and had a fever and everything towards the end of last week. So I know things slowed down, and I'm not sure what's going on with him today. I haven't checked in yet, so we'll see what's going
Can I
on.
ask a quick question?
Yeah, sure.
How is Cynthia giving something to April that she can share out? Because I'm going into my child accounts, giving them all the permissions, creating the content myself, taking away their permissions because I can't figure out how to make something in my main account and put it in their account.
So when you create something to share to them, you do the share button,
This one.
the three dots and then copy my link to share. Now, when you copy that link, now you need to go into the account you want it to drop into and log into that account. In other words, it's going to drop in to whatever account you're logged into. And so now that Janine is logged into a different account, now you can copy paste the URL into the URL bar and it will drop into the correct account.
Okay, and if you look at this, look, I have this other tab open that's me. And I was saying way back at the beginning, it's like don't have
close all the
multiple tabs open. That might be what's confusing it. So now that it's there, let's see what happens. So I'm gonna open another tab for the same account, right?
Right.
So let me put that share link in.
Paste.
What happens? Yeah.
Okay, now says yes, add this to my account. And it's gonna add it to whatever account you're logged into.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Does that help, KJ?
Yeah, it does. Although I always have a million screens open, so it's
right. When you're working with Pagewheel, you have to work out of one tab.
I go into their account, give them all the permissions, create all their stuff, and then shut off their permissions, and then it's already there. That's how I've been doing it.
Oh no. But see, here we are. So now I'm in that child account and it's there. But I have to go back here just so I don't boo-boo myself later and close that second tab. right?
Yeah. And then you can log out of this account and log back into your account, and then you can do whatever you need to do. But whatever
Okay.
account you want to drop it into, once you copy it, log out, log into the account that needs it, and then open the URL.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I'll remember that until next Monday and I'll ask you again. Thank you.
I'll
Yep,
be
that's
here.
how it works, right?
You know where to find me.
Well,
So
hey,
just in summary,
this is
so just
getting
in
recorded.
summary,
I'm the
if she
client
has-
that will never go away.
so just in summary, so I understand what you're saying. If she has 5 accounts, she'd have to go into 1, paste it, do it, get out, go into 2. So she'd have to do that 5 times. Okay.
Yes.
Yep,
Thanks.
that's correct. Okay.
Yes. Whereas the opposite happens in send out cards. If you create a campaign with a bunch of cards and you want to send it to an account, you can actually say, drop this into this account, and you can name the account. And then that person just has to accept it. That's what I do for clients when they want a 3 or 4 touch card campaign to send to their clients. I can create that campaign and send it to them, and then all they have to do is accept it.
Okay, I'm just looking at the comments really quick. Does anybody have a question that we didn't cover?
I'm just gonna go play.
Yay!
I
Good.
have a question. I have a question about the delivery email because
Okay.
I've taken to on the page where they sign up where it tells them this will be speeding to your inbox or whatever. I put a little sentence in there saying that the email will be delivered from no reply at pagewheel.com because they're not looking for,
I do too.
they're
Yeah.
looking for me. You know what I mean? And so that, will that always be from there, or is that something that's in the works? I know you guys looked at possibly for the domain, changing the domain over. I don't know if that's still in the works or not, but that tends to be quite confusing for my people. So I've tried to be really careful about saying over and over again. And then, you have to follow up. Did you check your box under no reply at pagewheel.com? Because they're not looking for that. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, it's here. It's in my trash. I got rid of it. I didn't know what it was. So
Mm.
What if we duplicate that email though, and also send it from us as well as soon as we see them on our list?
You can do that.
Because what happened to me one time was I had some sort of domain problem. And if that were the case and it was sending from our domains only, they never would have gotten their delivery. So at least with the no reply, they're getting what they paid for or what they downloaded, no matter what.
Yeah, it never hurts to repeat it. And especially if you're going to put in the anything that gives them expectation, because we've all gotten stuff online, right? And we've seen the multiple emails of, oh, your order was completed. And then, oh, here's your receipt. And then here's your next steps. So that's not going to stand out as odd or unusual or anything, right?
Right,
So
right.
it's okay if they get both. And it never hurts to remind them because,
Oh,
again,
yeah.
yeah.
Y'all, I bought 2 of the same bone. So Buddy has this bone and Dolly has this bone, but she's mad because she wants his bone and she's just laying next to her bone sulking. I'm telling you, somebody said dogs are like kids. They act exactly like siblings. Like
No, April, it's the Aussie.
we we have the exact same bone, but I want the one he's chewing on. Even though mine is already pre-chewed and it was fine last night, it's not fine now.